This video is going to be talking about how to get your police clearance for the SRRV visa. What I have on the screen right now is the PRA site. And PRA, just Philippine Retirement Authority. And this address up here, pra.gov.ph/SRRVISA. This will give you the list of all the things that you need to do, and depending on which one you're applying for is here, and your qualifications. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about obtaining this. And please note that this must be apostilled. Okay? It has to be in English, and it has to be apostilled. And if I'm a U.S. citizen, so what I've done is I got an FBI clearance. Now, when you go to get FBI clearances and you search them up online, there's going to be a bunch of third-party processors that charge additional fees. You don't need to do that. You can just go directly to this site here, www.edo.cjis.gov. And when you get here, you scroll down, and here's the process. So you complete the application form, you select your preferences, which is basically either having online access to the background so you can print it off, save it to a PDF, etc., or have it mailed, I believe, for an additional expense. I just got mine electronically. Now here's where it gets kind of messed up with their process, and I'll explain these steps. This technically doesn't fall here. So when you first start, you'll enter your email address. They'll send you a link with a 6-digit code to log in. There you will select your preferences, submit payment, and then confirm your request. Then after that, they'll give you an address to mail your fingerprints to, which is right here. Now they talk about electronic submissions. I didn't do that. I went to the local county sheriff's office, had my fingerprints done there. They print them off right there. You bring them back, and then you mail them to this address. Now, once you've registered, you will receive 2 different emails. The first email will be the one that gets you access to submit your preferences. It'll have a little link in there, and then it'll have a 6-digit code. Do not delete that email, because if you're receiving your forms electronically, you'll need that to go back in once they've received and processed your fingerprints. The second email you'll receive will be a confirmation that you've made payment, and it'll have a little barcode. That will be something that you will need to print off and send with your fingerprints. You will need to have that cover sheet. So those first 2 emails that you get from the FBI, don't delete them. You'll need them. All right, so what you'll do is you'll mail your fingerprints to here, and they received mine, and then I didn't hear, and I would log in and I would check, and they would say, even though I know FedEx had already delivered them, it never updated. It said it was still saying incomplete, waiting on fingerprints, and then like a week later, all of a sudden I got emails, boom, it's completed, and then I was able to log in. So apparently the way this works is you can snail mail them, or you can FedEx them. It's just going to sit like in limbo, even though they have them, and then they process them in the order received, and then it seems like it's instantaneous. They get to your fingerprints in the stack, and then they immediately do it, and it's done. So if you're waiting a few days or even up to a week, don't panic. if it doesn't show that they didn't receive them, eventually you'll just get the email saying it's completed. Log in to see your results. You'll log in with that first email that you got. You'll click on the login link, enter your 6-digit code, and then you'll be able to access your background check, save it, print it out, and then you can send it to your Secretary of State in whatever state you are and have it, apostilled. But be aware that before you mail them off to get apostilled, most states are going to require you to first have them notarized before you send them to the state. And every state's different. I can't talk about all the different things. You'll need to do that research on your own. So again, the first thing you'll do on this site, enter your email, hit submit. You'll get an email. You'll come back. You'll log in. You'll complete the application, submit your preferences, submit payment, confirm, and that's when you'll receive that verification letter. Now, what I would recommend is maybe even have your fingerprints done prior to even coming here. That way you'll have your fingerprints in hand. You'll come in, complete this process here, and then you'll be able to immediately mail your fingerprints out. I hope I explained that logically. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.